We are following breaking news out of Baton Rouge. Southern University updating that incident where 9 people were shot and injured just off the campus. It happened near a fraternity house. Let's take a live look because we know that we're going there to take this press conference to you live. It does look like it's starting, so let's listen in and get the very latest.
Discuss safety measures that we have in place for the game. Here at Southern, homecoming is a special time for us, for our family, supporters, and our Southern community. We want to assure the family and friends and community that we have safety measures in place. We have surveillance. We have a large presence of outside agencies, officers from the state police, the sheriff's office, Baton Rouge City Police, the constable, Zachary, just to name a few. Our concern is the safety of the community here at Southern.
Do you think that this is a one-time thing that happened last night, or?
I can't, it's still under investigation what happened last night, so I can't really speak on that. Baton Rouge Police is handling that. Even though it was in close proximity to was an event off campus sponsored by Southern University.
Can you say whether the other departments were brought in response to what happened last night, or were you planning to have all those other departments here?
No, the other departments, they were here already. It was already planned for them to be here for our large event. It's homecoming.
Well, you plan on bringing more in then, or what's going to be happening tonight?
No, we already plan to have in place our security protocol for tonight, so it's nothing added.
Is there going to be any increased security measures put in place in response to last night?
No, we already had prepared for a large crowd. We already had our security measures in place.
So are you confident in your security measures?
Yes, ma'am.
Forward then? This won't happen again?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I am.
Sir, what do you have to say to the parents who are going to be bringing their younger kids onto campus this weekend about their concerns of folks coming from outside of campus and the things that they could possibly be bringing with them?
Well, I would say to, if you see something, say something. We have an app. You can download our Southern University app. You can call 911. You can call Southern University Police Department. But we are doing everything possible for the safety of our family here at Southern.
Are there going to be any changes to, like, I don't know, bag checks or anything going into the stadium?
We still have a clear bag policy going into the stadium. Yes, sir.
Kevin, with the shooting like this happening so close to campus, did it cause you all any special problems or concerns last night? Did you all have to activate any sort of special response after what happened?
Well, we already had things in place. So, I mean, that happening where it happened at close to the campus here, but we still follow our safety guidelines that we follow every day.
Is there any curfew that might be put in place this weekend on campus?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you concerned that no gunman has been apprehended and you've got all these people coming to your campus this weekend?
No, I'm not concerned. I know that Baton Rouge City Police is following up on it, and I think they might have some good leads. I'm not sure, but I think.
From what you know so far, do you know if students were involved as the shooters?
I'm not aware. No, ma'am.
Anything like this happened this close to campus before?
I think so. Yes. Yes.
Recently?
Maybe 2 years ago.
Are you talking about when Wade Sims was shot?
That's correct.
4 years ago.
Yes.
It was the same event, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To have this so close to basically the gate to get into the university, does that make you guys, a little on edge and know, okay, we've got to be prepared for just about anything?
Well, we try to be prepared for anything anyway. So, no, we're prepared every day.
Just so I can understand you correctly, you were already believed your security measures that you had in place were sufficient enough as they were, and you haven't increased them at all after this event?
We hadn't increased our numbers, no, sir. Once again, the incident that took place last night was off campus, so it had no effect on our policies as far as our homecoming. We already had those policies in place.
But to be fair, I mean, yes, it's technically on campus, but it's so.
Yes, it is close.
Is there a reason why you are considering adding more security?
I think the security protocol that we follow is the one that we follow almost every game, almost every homecoming, and at this time, I don't see any reason to. We have a large number of police officers that are going to be here. I mean, a large number. Anyway, that was the plan anyway.
Can you say how many, sir?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You were there at the scene last night. Can you kind of describe what you saw and how?
I wasn't there last
You
night.
weren't there
No,
last night. No.
no.
Do you happen to have you talked to students that were there?
No, ma'am, not. I hadn't. That's Baton Rouge police investigation. They're interviewing witnesses and all. I hadn't spoke to anyone.
Did any of your officers respond?
Baton Rouge police and the sheriff's office respond. Our officers respond to campus security other than the security that was happening there, because there was a large amount of traffic in and out. So, you know, everybody couldn't go over to that event at one time.
Do you possibly see any retaliation from what happened in front of the house could spill over into the university?
I don't see any reason to be any retaliation. No.
Sir, what would you have to say to the students that I spoke to today that say they no longer feel safe on campus with this happening so close to them?
Well, I would say that, once again, we have numerous safety measures in place. We have always had those safety measures in place. We have pull stations, we have the app, we have the police presence, we have some security measures that I can't even discuss, but we have surveillance, we have all kinds of stuff up here. So I would say that you can feel safe.
Do you happen to know how many people you're expecting to be on campus this
No,
weekend?
no, I don't.
It's usually a pretty big amount.
It's a large crowd, that's correct.
I think that's all for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, that's leaders with the Southern University Police Department providing what information they can. It's clear Baton Rouge PD is leading this investigation when it comes to trying to identify the suspected gunman and put the pieces of this crime together and try to make a speedy arrest. WDSU's Cassie Sherm live at the scene. Cassie, I think one of the more surprising things that's going to catch people off guard is the police chief there at Southern said they're not adding any security to the campus because they felt like this was off campus, even though it was just feet away from the campus at a fraternity house.
That's right, Travers. Literally, I could have walked right across the street and it would have been about 7 or 8 feet. So it's not a very far distance, but they're saying that the protocols they already have in place, they feel very confident about the safety of people coming in and off this campus. Now, they said they've already had a lot of organizations plan to be here, so they already had a large amount of law enforcement in the area to begin with. But they said this wasn't the first time we've had a shooting in this area. For homecoming time, about 4 years ago, he was talking about an incident as well. And just to give you guys a little bit of a kind of play-by-play of what we know so far is we're still trying to figure out what led to the shooting last night, and we still don't know if they've arrested someone or if they have anyone in mind that they're looking for at this time. What we do know is it happened on the campus, right off the campus, at a fraternity house right next door. And what we know is around 1:50, it was in the morning, police were called to the scene. There was a lot of litter on the ground because there had just been a homecoming party, and that homecoming party went into gunfire, 9 people shot. Now, we do know that the people who were shot, police say they're expecting to recover. That doesn't look like any non-life-threatening injuries. So that's one of the positive things. But we're going to be looking into just to see, you know, what is the police department going to be doing about this around the campus for this weekend? Because, you know, a lot of people are going to be coming in town for homecoming, Travers.
Yeah, no, Cassie, live at the scene. I know you'll have much more coming up at 4, 5, and 6. And just to let people know, once again, no arrest made, no suspect named. That could change as this is a fluid, active investigation after 9 people were shot right near the campus of Southern University at a fraternity house. We'll have much more, like we said, in later newscast. Right now, let's join regularly scheduled programming. We're going to take you straight to NBC News Daily.